back to what you were saying, like, I don't know how I feel about a man literally sitting there and just letting me pay for him. I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean, you don't gotta pay for the whole date, but like, let's say we go to get some food and then we go bowling. At least pay for the bowling shoes, or if I'm paying for gas for the date.
You
know what I'm saying? You can pay for the shoes.
$15.
Yeah, like you can get a tip to the way. That's what I mean.
That's what we do.
Turn me up, daddy.
I'm up on the speed, come on. Be in the scene, come on. Tryna leave, come on. Left with the G's, come on. Smoking the Z, come on. Sipping the tea, come on. Get overseas, come on. Count the peak, come on.
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your favorite podcast ever, JAYDEN HANZY Talks. I'm back for another episode. In this episode, I got a really good episode. I have some childhood, longtime friends, and I'm excited to talk about what we're going to talk about and share their story. But first, I just got to start off with what I always start off with. Y'all know where to find me on social media. It should be popping up on the screen. And I also just want to say thank you to everyone who's been showing support to this podcast. It's been growing at a constant rate. Like, it's just growing every day, and it means the world to me when people say that they like what I'm doing. So I just want to say thank you to everyone. But enough about me, because I get about me every day, like literally. I want to talk about the people I got sitting next to me. So for starters, I hope you guys aren't confused, because both of their names are Cameron, which is ironic, because one of my closest friends' name is Jayden, who's been on the podcast, which is ironic. But I want to introduce you guys. So this, for one, I'm gonna let you guys introduce yourself, but let me just say, this is Cameron Bimbo. If I call her Cam B, that's what I'm talking about. And this is Cameron Martin, Cam M. You get the point. So we can start off with Cam B. Just explain like what you do, blah blah blah. Start off by shouting out your social media, but just explain a little bit about yourself. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, my name is Cameron. Instagram is Cameron Marie 2 underscores. I'm 22. Just graduated college. Work for the school district, so it's a little bit about me. Also in a relationship, so.
Yes, that's going to be important in what we're going to talk about today. But yeah, so what about you?
Hi everyone, my name is Cameron Martin. I'm also 22 years old, and I just graduated from the best HBCU, Southern University, and A&M College in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Y'all are wait, my bad to cut you off. Y'all are 22?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Me too. I'm 22. If y'all didn't know, I'm 22 as well, but my bad, I didn't mean to cut you off. But you said best HBCU?
Best HBCU in the world.
What makes you say that?
Because.
Just because you went there, or just because it's the best?
I'm biased.
I feel that. But yeah, just continue. My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off, but continue explaining.
Okay. My Instagram is Cameron_Martin_. You gonna put that in?
Yeah. Of course. Come on now, we professional over here. Come on.
And be sure to follow me on YouTube.
Yes.
Cameron Martin. And
I'll put that on the screen for you too. Yeah.
Okay, good. I post every Tuesdays at 5 p.m.
For sure. So go tune into her YouTube and follow them both on Instagram. So like I like to do at all the start of my podcast, I got to speak about how we met. And I think outside of my sister, this is the longest friendship that I've had that has come on the podcast. So I just want to congratulate you guys for that, because you guys, that's a milestone right there. Yeah. But I want to talk about how we met. So obviously, y'all know I think I've known y'all since I've been born, because our moms were all very good friends, all work in the school district, so that was just a connection they had. But you guys are 3 years older than me, so I'm sure you guys have a better memory of when we all first met than I do. But let's speak about that, if y'all do have a memory, because we're all so young. But I'm
gonna let Cameron take the lead on that one.
I think the earliest memory I have of us is going to Disneyland for your 4th birthday.
For my 4th birthday?
4th birthday, yes. Wow. We all went to Disneyland. We spent the night at the hotel.
Yeah.
And,
I barely
that
did,
was fun. Like,
was
y'all
really
turning
fun.
4, so I don't know if y'all remember, but that was fun.
Okay, so my bad, I didn't mean to cut you off, but yeah, keep going.
Yeah, so I think Disneyland for your 4th birthday was the earliest memory I have of us being friends, spending the night at Disneyland. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What about you? Would you say that the same thing?
I think that's my earliest. Yeah.
My earliest memory of you guys, I'm sure it's probably earlier, but this is just a significant memory, right? Boom, we're in San Diego.
I remember we went to SeaWorld.
No, look, listen to my story. We went to SeaWorld, San Diego. We're in SeaWorld, right? Yeah. We don't mess with them no more because what they did to Shamu, but we're at SeaWorld, right? You don't know? You don't know?
What, they killed him?
Yeah, he ate somebody and then they got him out of there.
Yeah. Oh, that's what they should do, right?
No, they killed him. When I say they got him out of there, I mean they killed him.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was kind of tough.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Shamu, but so what happened was, right, shout out to my mom, because I know she's watching this. And Mom, what were you thinking when this happened, right? So if anyone's been to SeaWorld and saw Shamu, y'all know that he's like in the tank, right?
I think I know what you're about to say.
Yeah, he's in the tank, right? And then he's doing flips, jumping, splashing the water everywhere, right? So my mom gets, I think we're in the third row.
Yeah.
I'm looking around as a kid. I'm like, why is nobody else sitting over here, right?
Right.
So we're like one of the only people that's right next to the thing, right? Shamu jumps up. The water, it's at least like 80 gallons of water that come out on us. So I'm a kid, I'm drenching wet, right? I'm crying, and then we're walking back to our hotel, and everyone's laughing at us. That was my earliest sign of embarrassment.
I
remember you guys were there.
We were all pissed, yeah. Because I remember it was like the last show of the night.
Yeah, it was nighttime too.
It was crowded, and
Yeah.
then all the seats were taken except for that 2-3 front row seats.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, let's just sit right here. Why is no one in the front row? That's why.
That's
someone
funny
was in
though.
the
That
row.
I think that was a funny moment, because I learned in
That
life
was
sometimes
funny.
you're gonna be embarrassed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was that was
Yeah,
that.
my mom had to buy me and my little sister towels. 'Cause
Yeah.
it was cold. Yeah,
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah.
But since then, we've always, although we don't see each other every day, sometimes not even every month or every year, we all have stayed in contact. Shout out my friend Corey, which is her brother, and shout out her sister Kendall. They're a part of the group, and my sister. We're all like a big friend group. For years, we've been going to Six Flags, Magic Mountain in the summer, going to amusement parks. So we all have a good bond together. So I thought it was only right to bring them on the podcast. But she actually was the one that actually signed up to get on the podcast. Yeah, so beforehand, a few weeks ago, I had my podcast with my friends when we were talking about male and women relationships, and she pitched a great idea saying that it would be cool to get a women's perspective on that. So that's why we're here now. But kind of transitioning out of how we met, I want to actually get into the nitty gritty of the conversation, right? So at the start, one of the first things you said was that you have a boyfriend.
I do.
Shout out to him too. Shout out when we used to play at Lakewood. All of them. Shout out to him.
I remember,
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I didn't play with him, but
Right.
I knew of him, right? So shout out to him. But we're gonna just start off here. How do you guys feel about relationships at this age, 22? But 18 to 22, so it's my age too.
Right.
But how do you guys feel about relationships? We can start off here with the women in a relationship.
I feel like now relationships are more, well, mine is like more mature. Because, we started dating in high school, 9th grade year to be exact. So we were babies.
It's a long time.
So I feel like, we've been in 2 different relationships, even though with the same person. Like, high school relationship, it wasn't, we're not communicating and talking about how we feel and our emotions like that. So now that we're adults, I feel like we're better communicators. We both matured together and also matured separately on our own separate paths. So I will give us both credit for that. And it was hard because I started off my college career at Arizona State. So my first 2 years, 18 to 20, first 2 years of college, we were long distance. I was in Arizona, he was here back home in California. So that was really tough on both of us. So ever since I've been back home in the pandemic, so like the last 2 years, we've definitely evolved and grown and got over that hump of long distance relationship.
Right.
So I feel like, now that we're older and grown, we know exactly what we want in a relationship and from each other, and then just better communicate on how to coexist in a relationship. Yeah.
Right. So before I get to your opinion on that, I want to ask you, because I said this in my podcast that I did with my friends, a lot of people our age, within our age bracket, it's not like long relationships don't really last like that. So correct my math, but is that 5 or 7, 6, 5, between 5 and 7 years that you guys have been together, right?
It will be
6?
It'll be 8.
Oh, 8. So 8 years. So that's a long time, and that's quote unquote during your prime too, when you're your youngest and you're old enough to experience things. So how is that like being in a relationship for that long when that can sometimes be uncool in today's society?
I've definitely had not backlash, but like people was like, oh girl, you need to explore your options and date around and have fun. So I get a lot of that, but I don't care. Like, I really don't care about that. I don't.
As you should. You shouldn't care.
I mean, we're good. Of course it's been hard. 8 years is a long time to be with someone, especially being with them when they were 15 years old and now he's 23. So, and just seeing him grow and him seeing me grow and seeing each other grow together, it's been a nice journey. It's been really good. Yeah, but
good.
I've definitely gotten like, girl, date around, explore, experiment. But I don't care about that.
That's not your path.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And I'm happy for you because I remember. I ain't gonna lie, like I remember when y'all got in a relationship because we were all cool around that time like we are now. But you guys have, it seems like forever. It seemed like my whole life y'all have been in a relationship. So I'm happy for you guys. Hopefully soon he pops the question maybe.
Hear that?
Not too soon.
Yeah,
If
you watch this, pop that question soon. Pop soon. Nah, but now I want to hear your perspective on relationships. Different story because we're both have not been in 8-year-long relationships.
Not
but
even close.
like what? Right. But like, what's your opinion on relationships at this age?
Just as far as like, do I want to be in one?
I mean, yeah, you could say that, yeah.
I think, like I talked about this in my YouTube channel. I think when I was younger, I wanted to be in Cameron's position where I meet my husband when I was 15 and we would be together forever. But my path wasn't like that. I, went to high school, I went to college, and I was single the entire time for both of those phases in my life. And looking back, I know that that was the best choice for me, and I know that I had no business being in a relationship during those years of my life because I wasn't in the right place mentally, emotionally, or physically, and it wouldn't have been conducive for a healthy relationship.
Right.
So I really thank God for it because me being by myself and me being single has helped me grow, mature,
Right, no, definitely.
and learn so much about myself as a person. Not saying that you can't do that in a relationship because you definitely can't because you do it together.
Yeah.
And I just think now at this point in my life, I'm 22, I'll be 23 at the end of the year. I really don't want a boyfriend right now. Not at all. Like, I think I need to get some more stuff handled with myself and get things in place for myself in my life before I give myself to a relationship.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you because that is a big commitment, like, because it takes a lot of your
time,
energy, money.
Yeah.
You know, well, maybe on the
Don't
other,
get her started.
maybe depends on the side. It depends on the side, but like, I think I feel both of your sides, and I think just if you feel like you should be in a relationship, be in a relationship. But if not, you know what I'm saying, just work on yourself until you get to that point.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm going to ask you guys, why do you guys think relationships at our age don't work? I can start off with you since I started on this side last time.
Wow, so many reasons. But I think a lot of it has to do with immaturity. And a lot of it has to do with people not having a clear understanding about what their intentions are and what they want. I think a lot of people, they think they want a serious relationship, but they really just want someone to have fun with, hook up with, and be casual with. And then you get into that serious relationship, and then you're out here doing things you're not supposed to be doing in your relationship, and that causes problems, and that causes issues, and that causes all these things.
Right.
And I think when people really, they don't heal themselves, heal their childhood traumas, they don't work through all the things that are major issues in their life, but they still get into a serious relationship, that causes so many issues in their relationship. And then you add social media on top of that.
Right, yeah. We're going to get into that after that, but so so I
think really it's immaturity, lack of intentionality, and people not being properly ready for a relationship, but still getting into one.
Right.
Yeah.
Why you look at me like that? Nah, but that's funny. But yeah, so I agree with you. Yeah. And now switching on to this side, what do you think? I'm sorry, that was a lot that just went on. I didn't plan for that to happen. But what about you? What you think?
I think people our age just don't want to commit right now. They just want to go out and have fun.
Right.
Hook up, party. So I think people are afraid of committing and don't want to commit right now, like people our age. I also think that people think like the 20s are supposed, like the typical 20s, you're supposed to have fun and live your life, which is, go ahead, do you. Like, if that's what you want to do in your 20s, go ahead. But I think that's why people don't get in relationships or they don't last long, because they feel like, oh, I'm 20, I'm young, I need to be out here, having fun. I don't need to be worried about, wifing up nobody or being a wife to somebody, or I don't need to be holding down somebody, so I think people just don't want to commit right now, and 20s are for having fun, like so society says they're supposed to be.
Right.
So
I agree with both of your points, but the point that I agree with most is what you said about social media, because I think just social media, if you go on social media, you look at like mass media pages like quote like the Shade Room, whatever it is, right? They make it cool to be quote unquote toxic. I hate using that word because it sounds cringy, but being like weird to whoever you're with, or just like, oh, you got to be out here, you got to do this, do that. So I'm going to talk about social media, and I spoke about that on my previous one, and I don't want to restate my points. Well, I want to see your perspectives on how do you feel about social media and relationships, and I'll start right here. How do you feel about that?
It definitely like plays a role, and it definitely impacts relationships. You know, social media now, like you can hide Instagram update, you can hide a whole bunch of stuff. Snapchat update, you can hide a whole bunch of stuff. So that definitely like plays a role in relationships, like ghost, like I don't know, like deleted messages and putting people on mute. So I feel like that can like play a big role. And also like you see celebrities out here having fun, like shoot, he having fun, let me have fun too.
Right.
So definitely like because celebrities influence a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
So and people worship celebrities, which is sad, but they do. So they want to mimic what the latest people are doing now. They're in the strip club having fun.
That's funny that you say that, because that's one of the most annoying things to me about social media when it comes to relationships, is because people will see people like Jada or India, Lil Durk's girlfriend, and then, not to pick on women because I love women, and I'm not trying to, because men do this too, but like the women will be like, they'll see India, Lil Durk just got her a Birkin bag, that's her 15th one, he just bought her, right? And then now they're looking at the people that have interest in them, and they're like, oh, why aren't you taking me out on dates every day? Why aren't you buying me gifts randomly? So I think social media kind of messes up our generation's mind when it comes to that, thinking that it should be at this just super high standard, when I don't think that's always the case.
And also like images, you know, BBLs are in right now. The slim thick is in, so girls see that on Instagram and like, oh, I want a body like her. She got a rapper, you know, with that body. Let me try and go get a body and then mess up her health.
Right.
So that's also like
definitely
like like how people display themselves like image wise, like, you know, I need to have a big butt to get a man. I need to have, you know, big breasts to get a man. Like, you don't. But that's what people are seeing these days.
And I hate, as a man, I'm not going to knock anyone for what they do to their body, but I genuinely hate seeing women who think like that, because that just causes them to, they're showing off their insecurity in themselves. And I don't think that's how it should be. Like, no matter what skin tone, body type, ethnicity, I said the same thing twice, kind of the same thing, but I don't think you should be uncomfortable in your skin. Like you shouldn't have to pay Dr. Miami $30,000 just to get a body looking right, so then rappers can be attracted to you. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's also a great point that you made. But switching over to you, what are your opinions on social media in a relationship?
I think, like I talk about this a lot also on my YouTube channel. I think that couples these days share way too much about their relationships on social media.
Oh yeah, yes.
Every time they get into a fight, every time they break up, every time they get back together,
it'd be obvious too.
Yeah, like you post so many pictures, and then when y'all have one fight, you delete all the pictures, and then you put them back up when y'all make up.
Right.
It's like it's too much, and then when you do that, you putting too many other people's eyes and opinions on your relationship.
Exactly.
When your relationship is just the two of you, it has nothing to do with your followers on Instagram or Twitter or Snapchat. It's just the two of you. So I feel like a lot of people of this generation, they care too much about like other people's opinions, or trying to show off their relationship to other people on Instagram,
right?
So other people can see it or be jealous or say whatever they say when it's their opinions are irrelevant.
Right. So I want to kind of debunk something that you said. So I said this in my last podcast too, but let's say I was in a relationship at this moment, right? And social media is big, like, of course, right? I personally don't want to post my girlfriend just because the fact it's my Instagram, and I already don't post like that in the first place, but I just don't appreciate, I'm not gonna say this ever happened to me, but I just don't appreciate when you hear girls telling their boyfriends, oh, why don't you post me? Are you hiding something, right? But I personally don't like that. So how do you guys feel about being posted or posting your significant other?
Well, for me, whenever I do get a boyfriend, he's not going on my page.
Like, what's the point? Like, what is it? Like, people don't even post their mom every day, but you want to post, you know what I mean?
I mean, not unless, you might go on the story, but my main, We gotta be like,
Oh yeah, that's dead right there.
like deep in it for you to be on my main, like my grid. You might get the story. I mean, I probably had a filter over your face. So
Yeah. What about a highlight?
But,
The
like,
highlights.
the highlights.
The highlights.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, no, because
No
people can play
highlights?
that back. You
Yeah,
can't let them
they
play it
can.
back. No, you can't
They
let them play it
can,
back.
yeah.
But if you get if I put a, I was gonna say put a ring on my finger, but I don't want a ring. If you get on your knee and propose to me, then I'll post you. But until then,
No, not
you're sticking to the story, and I'm not gonna put you on my story until we like a year, maybe even 2 years in.
a year. That's how long it take.
Yeah,
for you to
because
post?
people these days, especially guys, sometimes they be playing games. So I can't just be posting you.
Right.
Can't
on
be
my-
out here
Yeah,
looking
you're
dumb.
looking dumb, right.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then we're not talking a month later, and then
Yeah.
I'm looking.
Oh yeah,
stupid.
that's the worst.
No,
I
no,
hate.
no, no, no.
I think it was you that said. I think it was you that said that when people post a significant other, they fight, take it down.
Right,
Then a
yeah.
month later,
I
I
don't
think
got
that's
time for
so
that.
corny to
Childish.
be.
You're not in the
That's
third
so
grade.
corny.
No, yeah, but
We're not in the
I
third
can
grade.
admit in high school that was.
No,
Oh,
that
of
was
course. I
us.
mean, everyone's
Yeah.
young.
Well, yeah, you were 16 or
Everyone's
Yeah,
young.
younger. Like,
yeah,
you
no,
were
like
3.
in high school, I always posted, you know, we're at formal or we're at Knott's or we're at the
Yeah.
prom or we went to Disneyland. Like I always posted that, or just like random selfies here and there, us together. I would always post.
Yeah.
And then, you know, when we get in an argument, I'll take them all down, post a little quote on my story. Like that was high school
You
me.
keep
And
posting
like,
the Beyonce lyrics on Snapchat.
yeah. So I,
That's
you know, drop little hints there, you know, but like, and then like we talked about that like senior year in high school. We're like, that's we both realized like that's out. Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
No.
that's
you
out.
should. That's
Yeah,
good
and so,
character
like,
development right there.
Now we're not on each other's grid. We do a little story here and there. Well, I just posted our trip, but that was a big thing.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
So
Y'all are
I
established.
posted our trip.
That was a
We're
nice video
established.
too, by the
Yeah,
way.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It was
nice
cute.
video.
Thank you. But I can admit high school was, you know, the petty social media back and forth. Like, why aren't you posting me? Like,
Yeah.
so like, girls need to know you in a relationship. So I can admit that was definitely me in high school. But like now, you know, we're 22, 23. So we matured. We
Yeah.
realized
Right.
like that's so petty and dumb and childish. So like we know what's up.
You
Right.
grown.
Yeah,
know-
exactly.
yeah,
As
we
you
know
should.
what's up.
Y'all know
Yeah.
that y'all together.
Yeah.
People who are
Yeah.
close to you know that y'all together.
Right.
So
And
that's
I'm,
the only thing
I'm
that
happy
Right.
that you came to that realization, because I feel like a lot of people who post their significant others, not all the time, because I'm not saying you can't post your significant other ever,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying like a lot of people who do it are seeking attention from
Yeah.
it. Be like, oh, we're going to my shows now. Like,
Yeah.
look at me, look at me, look at me. I'm living a happy life, and I just don't think that's how you should think. Even in social media, like even if me being, you know what I'm saying, just me, I shouldn't be posting everything I'm doing to brag about, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel about that.
Actually, I want to add, like, I think what you said about like how celebrities post their relationships and their Birkin bags and all this stuff. I think a lot of people, especially young, impressionable people, they see that and they see the Birkin bag, they see the cars and the vacations and all that,
Right.
and they think that they're lacking something or they're missing something
Right.
because they don't have it. But in actuality, they just got done arguing before they posted the picture.
Yeah.
Or they secretly hate each other behind each other's back, or they're not really together, but they post pictures with each other
For show.
Just for the show.
Yeah, to throw people off.
And and then people compare themselves to that when it's really fake and it's a fantasy.
Yeah.
And it causes like depression or worry, anxiety within yourself when it really didn't need to be there in the first place, because it's not real and it's fake. So that's why I think it's important to don't compare your relationship to social media's relationships, because it's really not all that it seems
Right.
most
Exactly.
of the time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think that was a good discussion about social media. Get off social media, man.
Yeah,
Just
get
be
off.
like, you know
Stay
what
on
I'm
social
saying?
media and watch this video.
Oh,
Right after
yes,
that, get off social
yes.
media.
After
Get
you
off.
like this video,
Right.
subscribe, and then
Yeah.
send it to your
Subscribe.
5 of your friends.
Right.
Get off
Right.
social media,
Yeah.
man.
Right.
But kind of transitioning, this kind of is under the realm of social media and everything. I want to ask, how do you guys feel about like going through a significant other's phone for trying to look for details? Me personally, I don't. I
Right.
don't, just because I feel like I would seem like I'm caring too much if I'm just
Well, that's your girlfriend?
like I just
Oh.
feel like I'm caring too much
Yeah.
if I, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's the point? But
Why?
I'm sure everyone's
Yeah.
opinion on that is different. But
Right.
let's start with you. Sound like you have some
Yeah,
thoughts.
I feel very strongly
Very
about this. Pretty much, I talk about this in my channel too.
Go watch her channel after
Right.
after
Subscribe
you're
to her
watching
channel.
this,
Watch it. Yeah,
and
after
then you watch her
this. Yeah, go
channel,
watch my
then
channel.
get off social media. But yeah, so say what you're about to say.
I think checking your partner's phone, and we're talking about boyfriend and girlfriend, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's extremely disrespectful, and I think it's one of the biggest forms of an
Insecurity?
invasion of-
Yeah.
insecurity and invasion of privacy.
Mhm.
Like, even though you're in a relationship, you might be married, And some people may say, oh, what privacy? But still, you got to have some level of privacy, especially if you guys aren't married yet.
Exactly, man.
And I feel like that's extremely, I just think it's so rude. And I feel like, you know, women intuition, sometimes you have that gut feeling that, oh my gosh, she's cheating on me, he's doing something.
Hold on.
Oh.
I didn't even see that. My bad. I had to just say that. But so I'm so sorry. I wish y'all could see what we see.
Yeah.
But yeah, cause my bad. This has been an interesting episode already. We got a little girl running through.
A lot of views.
But gosh, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I think women's intuition. You have that gut feeling that he's cheating on me. He's doing something he's not supposed to be doing, and you just have that urge to check his phone. I get that. And sometimes you might look through his phone. You might find something that's not supposed to be there, and then you handle that accordingly. But I feel like if you're with a man who loves you, who respects you, who values you, cherishes you, and he shows you that through his actions every day, and you're still checking his phone,
right?
I think that's wildly disrespectful. I would never do that.
I agree.
So that's I just don't think that's fair if a woman does it or if a man does it. I think no phone checking, because for me, you don't gotta check my phone. Ain't nothing on there.
Right.
Like I promise you, nothing's on there. You can check it if you want, but you're not gonna find nothing. Like, because I know that we're in a relationship, I have the utmost respect for you, and I will want the same sentiment in return. So there's nothing on my phone, and there better not be nothing on your phone. Because I'm not gonna check it, but there better not be nothing there.
Right.
Yeah.
What about you? What you think about that?
Well, I can admit, high school me, you know, check the phone. But I wasn't
You're
like
young,
constantly checking like every single day. It was like once every 6 months.
Say what you're saying.
So high school me went through the phone, not every day, constantly checking every day, like once every 6 months. And we talked about that. Like as we progressed later on, like end of high school, we realized like this is not cool.
Right.
So adult us haven't touched each other's phones, like checking through it. That's just a part of, you know, growing your relationships. I definitely think, you know, checking through phones is like you're with them for a reason because you trust them, right? And so that should be, you know, you trust them. They should be loyal, but whatever's done in the dark will come to the light. So if
eventually,
So if he's doing you dirty or she doing you dirty, it will come to the light. But I definitely was a phone checker in high school. I definitely was.
Definitely.
I can admit, yes.
But you own it. You own it.
Yeah.
I was a phone checker.
And you're not no more. You can't talk about the past if you're not no more.
I'm not a phone checker no more. I promise.
You're delivered.
I am delivered. I'm grown. I am mature.
But I agree with both of you guys that you shouldn't be checking phone especially every day, every week, come on,
you have
man.
problems.
Right? No. Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
You
So
need to evaluate yourself.
Yeah. So kind of transitioning from checking your phones. Now, obviously, we're all gonna have the same opinions on it as we should.
Yeah.
But how do you guys feel about people who are cheaters or who wanna? If you look in their phone, you see they on Instagram, they liking stories, they liking DMs. You know what I'm saying? How do y'all feel about that? We can start right here.
Okay. Wow. I feel strongly about that too. Wow. I think cheating, that's the ultimate. Well, actually, abuse is the ultimate disrespect. Oh, yeah. But cheating, that's number 2.
Yeah, can't get worse than that.
No. Yeah, like cheating, it's just no point. There's no reason to cheat, because if there's something going on inside yourself, that's an issue, that's a problem, and you feel like you need to rectify that by doing whatever with another girl, do that. But break up with me first.
Yeah, right. Save your time.
Save me the time.
Right. Save you the
I'd rather
heartbreak.
you tell me,
Yeah.
Cameron, I'm having urges inside, and I don't want to hurt you, but it's something that's like weighing heavily, and I can't control it. I respect that way more than you cheating and me finding out from whoever. And now I have lost all respect for you, and you're trash to me now.
Yeah.
So why do you think people cheat then? Is it just because the inside urge? Or?
Men or women?
Well, in your case, men, since you are
Okay,
women.
I think men cheat because, I think a big reason is because society paints the picture that boys will be boys and that men will cheat. And so many people are out there
Black
saying...
men don't cheat. Men will cheat, but black men don't cheat. I don't...
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
But yeah, no, but sorry to cut you off. But I just had to say that for all my black men out there.
Jaden is good. He's a good guy.
He's the only black man. Well, let me not say only.
We have our core group, and I'm at the top.
And he's one of them. Yeah.
You don't cheat. Jaden's a good guy. But I think a lot of men cheat because they weren't taught to be monogamous. They were grown up with their dads and their uncles saying, get you as many girls as possible, sleep with as many girls as possible. Don't tie yourself down to one woman. And so when you're constantly hearing that growing up, it kind of instills that into your brain that you don't need to be monogamous. You don't need to be with one woman. And that if you are with one woman, then that means you're lame and that there's something wrong with you.
Right.
Because if you can't get a lot of girls or whatever guys like to say. And I think a big reason men cheat is because, and you know the saying, men are only as faithful as their options. So if a man has a lot of options, not saying that he will cheat, but let's not be surprised.
Tempting.
Yeah.
So like the NBA players, the rappers, the athletes, like I'm never surprised if they cheat because it's like, really? They have girls throwing themselves at them 24/7. So it's like, it's not super, I don't know what's the word. I'll be surprised if they were actually faithful. So I think it's so many reasons. And I think a lot of men, lastly I'll say, they have unhealed trauma within themselves. They have low self-esteem. I'm talking about the men who cheat. They don't think that they're deserving of the woman that they are with. So to remedy that, they think that they need to be with as many women as possible to make them feel better about themselves and to pump up their ego. So that they just feel like the man, or they feel like they're just that guy or something. When the woman that they have next to them is like probably the best thing that'll ever happen to them, but it takes them years to even realize that. And sometimes the woman realizes her worth and she leaves him, and now he's stuck by himself alone at 60 years old because all he did throughout his life was cheat on every person that he was with.
Right.
Instead of going to therapy and healing within himself so that he could be a good partner. And lastly, I will say, if you want to be out here, if you want to be in the streets, that's okay. But don't try to get in relationships and try to be monogamous if you know that's not what you really want.
Right. Yeah.
And
Tell them up front. Like, I'm not getting in a relationship right now.
Yeah, if you want to be out here,
Right.
be out here.
We just having fun.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Right. I think I would just see what I see from other men and their actions. Like y'all both said, and like I said, I don't cheat.
Yeah, he doesn't cheat.
A good, great guy. Actually, a phenomenal guy. But I just think that, like you said, you hit it on the head when you said a lot of people, when they're grown, they're being brought up, is taught that, oh, you got to have multiple women to look cool, blah, blah, blah. And I think a lot of people can hear that and then take that to heart and apply that. Or people like me, I would say, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I take that and be like, okay, there may be a time and a place to have multiple women, but if you're trying to actually settle down and build something with the right one, then you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Be faithful. So I want to hear your opinion on that, and we're going to speak about this briefly because I still have other stuff I want to get into. But what is your opinion on people who cheat?
Well, just speaking for men, I think they want to have it all. They want to have a girlfriend who's gonna be the wife. They want to have a side girl who's gonna give it to them good. They just they just want to have it all. They, you know,
they're cake and eat it too.
Right. Yeah. So I think that's a reason why men do it. Like, you know, football players and basketball players, they have a wife who they know at the end of the day is gonna hold them down. They're gonna take the kids to school. They're gonna cook. They're gonna clean. They're going to be tired, so they may not, you know, want to give it up. So they're going to go find somewhere else where a girl's willing to give it up all day, every day. So I think they just want to have, it all. They want to have a wife, they want to have a side chick, they want to have all the girls that they can because they think that they can have it all. So Cameron pretty much, like, summed it up for me, like, for my opinion, too. So, yeah, I just think men just want to, they want to have it all.
Have fun,
yeah. Have fun and have it all.
Yeah, I hate to be devil's advocate, but I just want to say, applaud to all the people that do cheat just because, listen, this is why I say that, because that's so much energy to have, to balance both. Like, I personally couldn't do that.
That's a lot of energy.
Bro, yes, that's so much energy. But like, to balance out, be secretive. You gotta watch where you can't post on Instagram. Like, I think that's just. I'm kind of being.
But they slip up a lot. They do.
I'm being facetious when I say that, but like, that's just a lot of work.
A seasoned cheater knows how to
move. Move and but like, I couldn't imagine having multiple.
And when I say men are dumb, not all men are dumb. Men who cheat are dumb.
Right.
But you know how men, they're not even subtle. They're not even secretive enough. You know how many times we catch y'all?
That's
cheating.
true.
Like we see the DMs, we see the text messages, we see the hard eyes, the kissy faces. We see it.
Yeah.
You don't even try
Yeah.
to hide it.
No,
You
you're
think
right.
you're hiding it, but you're not.
You're right.
So it's like,
Women are smarter than men.
Yeah.
Y'all get a
way
little
smarter.
Rico case
think-
going, and
yeah.
then
Yeah. Yeah.
racketeering case, but but I think that's I was just being facetious when I said applaud them, because you shouldn't be cheating, man.
You shouldn't.
No,
It takes
you
a lot of
shouldn't.
energy.
Nobody should be cheating.
Right,
Just
but-
sit down, find one woman.
Right, so
Yeah.
kind of transitioning out of like being in a relationship, I want to take you guys. I need you to imagine for me, since you're in a relationship. I need you to imagine. Let's just say you both are single. You are, but let's just say you're single as well, right? Let's say, because I spoke about this in my podcast from a guy's perspective. I want to ask you guys, how do you guys want guys to approach you? So let's say, I'm gonna paint the scenario. Let's say you're at a store or something, right? And it's a guy. He could be attractive, he could not be, but he's interested in you, right?
okay.
How would you guys want him to approach you? I could start right here. Like, what's there some do's, and then what are some don'ts?
Dudes, like, definitely, like, don't just stare at me. Don't just stare at me. Don't just stare at me.
Never that.
Cause like, I don't know if you're a creep.
That's
I don't
lame.
know if you're trying to kidnap me.
Yeah.
Like, just don't just stare at me.
Right.
You know, but like, make yourself approachable. Approach me. Say hi. How you doing? Like, don't just say, "Hey, ma, you cute." Like,
So you don't like when guys just come straight in for the compliment?
No.
Hey, my name is, you're cute, and then just, you know what I'm saying?
Like, definitely, like, introduce yourself. Like,
Yeah.
hey, ma, you cute, or what's up, shawty? Like, you
Yeah.
good? What's good with you? Like,
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's
what's
a little-
good with me?
that's
Like,
a
what
little
are your
aggressive. That's a little-
intentions?
yeah,
What are
yeah.
your? I've definitely had people be like, you know, where you like, not even a hi. Hey, ma, where you from? Like,
Yeah,
I'm not about
yeah.
to tell you where I'm from. So I think like that's not approachable to me. So definitely like approach yourself, make yourself, you know, friendly. And then then you can ask, like, you know, what's your social media? What's your number? Or
Right.
I think you're cute. Let's hang out sometime. Like, something like that. Don't stare. Don't just go in like, hey, what's up? What you cute? What you doing? How you doing? Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
But I definitely like a confident man who will be bold enough to come up to me and talk to me.
Yes.
So yeah, I think
Right.
that's
Yes.
I think definitely too. Because of course, being a guy, I know people who that's how they approach women. Is by, yo, what's your name? Let me. I know. Excuse me, not to. They don't say that, but they're like, yo, you're beautiful. Let me get your Instagram. Like, I think
Yeah.
that's just too direct.
Wild.
And you're not going to a guy and just be like, if you want to make friends with a guy, you're not going to just say, I don't know what I'm saying, so let me shut up. But I want to ask, what is your? I don't know. I was about to say something so dumb, but what is your opinion like on when guys are trying to approach you? How would you? What's a dream approach for
Wow.
you?
A dream approach. Wow. I think wow. Just be simple. Don't take the
Straight to the point. Yeah.
Like, just like you said, say hi, introduce yourself. Hey, how are you? What's your name? That's it. Like, is that wild?
no, like,
'Cause
don't
guys
come
don't
with
do
no
that.
corny
Yeah.
corny line like you from Tennessee. Like, no,
Yeah.
like, come
Wait,
on.
guys,
That's
that's
burnt
you?
out. That's
Like,
burnt out.
I've definitely had like corny like pickup lines.
Ah.
I can't remember exactly, but I've definitely had corny pickup lines.
Like, my grievance with the whole guys approaching is that I think guys go straight for the kill too soon. Like, they immediately come up to you and say, hey, what's your number? Hey, where are you from? Hey, can I have you on social media? Like, just be simple. Be chill.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you? What's your name? Leave it at that. And if I think you're cute, then we could maybe not give you my number. 'cause
Right.
that's
Maybe
wild,
social
but-
media. Yeah.
Yeah,
Social
maybe I'll
media.
give you my Instagram,
Yeah.
I'll give you my Snapchat. And we can keep it there, and then maybe we can transition to Instagram, and then maybe transition to
Phone
phone
number.
number.
So what about, let's say a guy was trying to approach you in the DMs. Let's say he didn't follow you. He sees your page. He likes.
Yeah.
He thinks you're attractive, blah, and want to get to wherever he wants to get to with you, blah, 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 right? How should he approach you in the DM? Because DM is a little bit different.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
just from experience, not experience, because I just work on myself. I don't talk to any women. I just work on myself. But, like, I see a lot of times, like, girls may not open a guy's DM, or
Right.
they may open it and be dry, or, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
things of
Yeah.
that nature. So I'm going to say, what's getting a good reaction out of you from a guy's DM?
DM.
Yeah. And I'm going to come over
Because I
here, too.
usually
but
don't
what's
like
your-
the idea of being DM'd, just because I feel like it's impersonal. I much rather have a guy. I much rather see a guy in person.
Right.
But, you know, it's just social media. Sometimes that's not always possible. And I feel like guys these days don't approach as much as they did back then because of social media.
For a good reason, yeah.
So I guess a right approach would be just, hey, how are you? What's your name? Like, simple.
Just like that?
Simple in the DM.
I don't need the hard eyes. I don't need the you're so beautiful. Oh my, like, we can get there. We can get there.
Right.
But just be simple and don't do too much. I think that would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? What you think?
Just like social media, like, you know how in high school when people like trying to get at you, they'll like 5 pictures in a row or like all your pictures.
Childish.
Like, people still do that these days, and I'm like, you're grown. Why are you liking all my pictures?
Yeah, like you're
that's
40.
Right, and like, I'm not about to return the favor.
No.
But that's corny. Like, just liking all my pictures and waiting for a response from me. That's corny.
never
Like
gonna happen.
that. Yeah. Like, if you like all my pictures, I'm not about to entertain or respond.
Right.
Well, because I'm in a relationship, but if I was single, I was still not going to do that anyway because I'm not about to.
Entertain that.
No. But you know, like guys definitely like hard eyes, stories and stuff. I just like it. I'm not about to entertain. But if I was single and they hard eye, I would just say a simple thank you. I'm not about to entertain. Like, oh, well, hey, how are you? What's up? Like a simple hard eye, I'm gonna say thank you. But if you're like introducing yourself for the very first time, like without liking pictures or without hard eyeing or commenting, like just strictly straight to the DM. Keep it simple. Like, hey, I think you're cute. I want to get to know you. Let's hang out. My name is blah 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 blah.
Grown man response.
Keep it simple. Like, keep it simple. Don't be
don't slide in my DMs like a 50-year-old boy.
Don't be giving me 5 hard eyes. Like, hey ma. Like, I'm not gonna respond. I may like it, but I'm not gonna respond.
I might like it.
No, like it like the double tap. That's what I mean by like. Double tap like the like. Double tap.
I got what you mean. I got what you mean.
Yeah. So I may do that, but I'm not about to like. Entertain.
Yeah, right. That's not getting a response out of you.
Give you more. Like, you want to approach me, give me the hey,
more
how are you?
personality.
Right, exactly.
Not
the hard eyes, hey ma. Like, no.
Yeah.
I'm about to give you. I'm about to entertain you and give you more of conversation.
Right, definitely. And I think just from a guy perspective, it's said all the time, like, girls hear they're beautiful all the time. You got to come with some personality and give a reason why she should be interested in you, right?
Exactly.
Actually, I forgot to say, if a guy manages to like make me laugh in the first interaction, whether that's through the DM or in person, you got me.
So all my gentlemen watching that, listen to what they said, because I'm sure this goes for a lot of other women as well. Not all of them, but a lot other as well. So apply that. Don't like she said, don't come in and say, hey ma, let's link. You know what I'm saying? That's because that's burnt out, right? So we don't want to do that. We want to be respectful. You know, don't get straight to it. But kind of transitioning, I'm going to talk about, and I need you to imagine again, too, just for this. Shout out to him again, because I don't want to disrespect what you guys got going on. But I just want to say, what is your type when it comes to a man? Now, you can say physical attraction as well as personality attraction. I'll start right here so you can think about what you want to say, so you don't, you know what I'm saying, get yourself anywhere. So you can think. Because, of course, your type would be your boyfriend, but we're going to imagine. But what do you think? Like, what's your type in a person?
Well, physically, I actually really don't have a type. Like, if you look at all the guys that I've been interested in my life, none of them look alike at all. I just like tall, really.
That's the only case.
And really. And I like nice teeth, which I didn't know that I liked that. But then I saw a guy with nice teeth, and I was like, oh, all right. Like, I'm kind of feeling this.
Right.
But that's not a requirement. I'd just say at least 5'10".
At least 5'10", so that's your...
Yeah.
So 5'9", if it's a great guy. So if a guy is 5'9", 5'8", but he has a great personality, you're not going to talk to him just because of that?
Oh, gosh. If he's shorter than 5'10", he had to have an absolutely amazing personality. You got to blow me away.
But isn't that kind of unfair, though? Isn't that kind of unfair? Because we can't control how tall we are. That's not unfair.
It's not a hard no, though. It's not a hard no.
It's not a hard no? Okay, that's fair.
It's cracked open.
But they got a lot more to prove.
They gotta come a little.
So let me ask you this. So a 6'5" guy with 6'3".
That's too tall.
So 5'10" to 6.
5'10" to 6.
So if a guy is 6'1", right? a good-looking young fellow, right?
Yeah.
And but his personality is kind of average. Like he's cool, but he's kind of you know what I'm saying. He's not
mid.
right. He's mid, not a little bit better than mid, but he's cool enough, right? But then there's this 5'8" guy, great personality. Y'all click everything. Which one are you choosing?
5'8", hands down.
5'8".
Because I don't like average. I don't do average personalities. I don't do average.
Right.
mid,
As
none
you
of
should,
that.
yeah.
So and I'm huge on personality. So if the 5'8" short guy is coming with all the personality, he can make me laugh. He's confident. He's all these great things. Definitely, the 6'1" can go kick rocks. I don't even care. The 5'8" for sure. But okay, so as far as physically, I like height, and cherry on top, if you have
Nice
really nice
teeth,
teeth
yeah.
and you have a deep voice. That's what I'm about.
Really?
Now,
But yeah. So you.
okay. So as far as personality, it's not a whole list. She knows it's a whole.
It's a whole list.
Yeah, we
It's
can
a
make it as
whole
short
list.
as possible.
Right, I'll make it
the
short.
basic necessities.
My big four. I'll give you my big four. My big four, as far as personality, is you got to have a relationship with God.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
very
Amen.
important.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Yes.
Amen.
You got to
Yeah.
believe in God. You got to pray with me, and you got to pray for me.
Amen.
And I pray
Thank
for
the
you,
Lord.
Of course, yes.
Yes, sir.
I love, like I said before, I love a man who can make me laugh. That is extremely important to me. I love confidence. Just a man who's very self-assured, and he carries that. And you can see that when you interact with him. You can see that he's very confident. And I love a man who is intellectual. He's a very deep thinker. And you can tell he has thoughts and opinions, and we can have conversations with each other, deep conversations, and that can stimulate our minds with each other. Those are my big four.
I think that's fair to ask. That's just a good human being right there, in my opinion.
A lot of people
But
don't have that, though.
Yeah,
A lot of people don't have
definitely. But
Yeah.
I think your list is cool.
Yeah.
Love your part. Because if I was a girl, that would be my things too. But what about you? Now, like I said, your type is your
Yeah.
boyfriend.
It's
But
my boyfriend.
let's imagine, what would be your type?
Physical wise, I'm short. I'm 5'3". So anything taller than me, I'm good.
So 5'4".
If you tall, I don't.
Oh, okay.
You be wearing heels.
I do be wearing heels.
So
So maybe
5. What's your minimum?
What's the min?
maybe like 5'8".
5'8's the min.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I don't really care about height.
That's fair.
But you got a little height on you, cool.
That's a plus.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
That's a plus.
I definitely like, physical wise, I definitely like a little man who has like little muscular.
Muscular,
You don't gotta be
do the
buff,
push-ups.
ripped.
Little man with muscles,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right. You don't gotta be buff, ripped, going to the gym 3 times a day. You're gonna do all that.
Just a little muscle.
Right, just a little muscle.
Yeah.
Definitely black. I love, chocolate.
Oh,
yeah.
Chocolate?
Chocolate. What?
You don't like chocolate?
Chocolate men. Like black
Your
men in
man's not
general.
chocolate?
Black men in general, I think
Her
is
man
chocolate.
is like butterscotch caramel.
She has she's very technical when it comes to terms. Very technical.
I get what you meant.
Yeah.
You just
Like
mean
black-
Yeah, no,
black
I get
chocolate.
you. I
Yeah,
get you. I
chocolate.
get
yeah, black.
Chocolate with some peanuts in it.
And
you. With some peanuts is crazy, but let her finish.
Sorry.
That's funny, but not. So chocolate men.
chocolate black men. Yeah. Personality wise, like a boyfriend material type. Like, be romantic. Like, plan a nice date. Like, I don't want to be doing all the planning. Like, that's out. Maybe here and there, but I want to see you put in some effort. So, like, plan a nice date. Plan a nice, romantic date, or drive up the coast, or a beach day. Like, just plan
Something simple.
Make it look like
Creative.
you're interested in actually
big.
having fun with me.
Right.
So, plan something. Definitely, like, be faithful and loyal to me. I feel like that's
Right.
already a given. A good communicator. I've learned that I like a good communicator. Like, even though I may not be the best communicator, I'm working on that. But I like someone who communicates with me, like tells me how you feel, or tell me what do you think, like the movie, like what do you like about the movie. So, like, definitely, like, communicate, especially like when we, like, in arguments, like, don't just walk away. Don't just walk away. Like, actually communicate. Let's talk it out. Let's hash it out. So I'm working on that for myself, but let's see, what's another good personality
Sorry,
trait?
I'm not trying to cut you off, but that's huge. Like, emotionally intelligent, that's major for a guy. If he's emotionally intelligent, oh my gosh, we can go so far. So far.
And I think just be a fun person. Like,
Right. You don't want
let's
nobody
fun.
boring.
Just be fun. Like,
Like,
let's spontaneous. Like we laying in bed, spontaneous. Let's go to the museum. Like I don't know, like just something fun. Like just be a fun person. Like
Right.
I like agree with Cameron. Like make me laugh.
Yeah.
And I also like a family man. I like a family man.
Yeah, you can tell a lot about a guy how he treats
his
the
family.
women
Right.
in his family, but his family as a whole.
Just my boyfriend, like he likes to check up on his grandma, or he has a little brother.
Wow, that's good.
And his little brother is like his child. Like it's so cute. And he loves, like, you know, like he's never gonna miss a family barbecue. He's never gonna miss, you know, a day to granny's house. So
Right.
I like a family man. I think that's very attractive. Family man.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I agree with both of you guys that if you're watching again, gentlemen, y'all should be taking notes, because that's how you should be. You shouldn't be annoying and can't communicate and blah blah blah. But just from my point of view, I would say physically,
Tread lightly.
She's at tread lightly.
tread lightly. Nah, physically, I guess it's all just play by the human. Like it's because there's different strokes for different folks. But I would say physically, I mean, someone who has good skin. Sometimes my skin be breaking out and I had to get back right. But like someone who takes care of their skin, because that's an important thing. Dang. Oh, somebody who's in shape, because I spend a lot of time working out. That's just the former athlete in me. So someone who spends time working out, blah blah blah. Someone who's like, who does different hairstyles, because I think that's also gets boring a lot. Like a lot of times, someone who just, you know what I'm saying, doesn't switch up your look. Forgive me if that sounds too picky, but that's just how I feel. And then personality wise, I would say, like you guys said, someone who's funny, because I consider myself a funny person, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm making jokes and it's just me, it's
That's
like,
out.
come on, like, why am I, you know what I'm saying? Why am I your laughter, but you're not making me laugh, right?
Right, yeah.
Someone who's not a person who seeks attention, because I don't really be seeking attention like that, but someone who's like, you know what I'm saying? Someone who doesn't seek attention. Dang, I haven't even thought about this.
Like,
I give one more. Someone who's funny, someone who doesn't seek attention, and come back to me on that one. But yeah, so I think that's just that's my little spiel about that. But yeah, so I agree with you guys on your personality traits and everything. And two, okay, so now that we got like our type and blah blah blah, how you approach a guy, blah blah blah. How a guy approaches you, blah blah blah, right? I want to talk about, so let's say the interaction goes well, right? The guy approached, boom, he did everything. He said, hey, hello. He didn't say, hey, ma. He said, hey, hello, right? So it all goes good. Let's say, right, so it all goes good. One, I want you guys to explain, how should he approach you for the first date? And then I want you guys to explain what's a perfect first date for you guys, you know what I'm saying, to keep things rolling. What's the perfect, ideal thing for you?
Okay, how should he approach? Okay, so for me, if a guy wants to take me on a date, if I don't like you right away, because usually guys have to grow on me. So if I don't like you right away and we're just friends and we're just hanging out and we're growing our friendship, growing our relationship, it's probably going to be about 6 months. That's not like hard.
6 months for a first date?
Yeah, after we meet.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So like, are you guys like talking, or are you guys like
I don't believe in
casually
talking.
hanging out?
Because are we friends? We're friends?
Sure. I don't
Okay,
know.
we're friends. Okay, so we're friends. Then, yeah, we're just hanging out, being casual, being friends. But if I like you right off the bat, then it's probably way less than 6 months.
Yeah.
But most of the time, I'm not going to like you right off the bat. So 6 months. So how he should approach me for the date, just, you know.
Just, I know, yeah. But yeah, hopefully y'all know about it. Yeah.
Like, just slide it in there. Let's say,
Slow.
hey, like,
What you mean by that?
what?
Slide it in there?
No, like.
Why don't you elaborate on what you mean
Like,
by that?
you don't have to be some big huge thing. You don't gotta get roses and candles, but just
Oh no, I was thinking some. Were you on the same page with me? I'm like, what is she talking about? But
like,
continue. My
You don't need
bad.
to make a big huge deal out of it. Like that's like, you don't have to make some elaborate thing and put rose petals on the ground saying, "Well, you're gonna date with me." Just say, "Hey, like, I really like you. I really enjoy your company. I would love to take you out to dinner. I would love to take me X, Y, and Z." And if the approach is right, then yeah, we can go. And the perfect first date, I was actually thinking about this before I got here because I figured it'd be one of the questions.
So I'm predictable, is what you meant? I'm predictable. I get it.
I
just play with you, but
I actually don't know. Like,
how you was thinking about it, but you don't know?
because I was struggling to think of something because I really don't know what the perfect first day would be. All I would say is that you guys know what I'm about to say. Don't take me to a museum. And don't take me golfing.
I didn't know you were going to say that.
You didn't know?
No,
She
I
does
thought you were going to say, don't take
Yeah.
me to your house on the first day.
No, you can take me to your house.
No, remember we talked? Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
She
we
said on
did.
the other day. She
Yeah, we
said
did talk
no
about that.
museum.
No museum and no golf. So we can do anything else. You can take me to the park, because I like the park. You can take me literally anywhere, because I feel like if I'm saying yes to the date, then that means I really like you, and I really like spending time with you. So pretty much anything that we do, I'm going to enjoy myself.
Right.
And you're going to enjoy yourself, too. So we can just, it could be anything.
So basically what you're saying is it doesn't really matter what you're
doesn't-
doing as long as it's not those two things.
Yeah.
But it just has to be the right vibes, you know what I'm saying? So
And this is the first day, right?
Yeah, first day.
And I'd rather you not take me to dinner and a movie, just because I feel like that's basic. Like, think
That's,
outside
like,
the box,
cliche.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's predictable. Like he was saying, that's predictable. Like, I'm thinking of that already.
Yeah.
Let's do something else.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
use your brain,
Right.
you know?
I feel
prefer
that. I feel that.
Be
Well-
creative.
Yeah.
What about you?
Sorry to backtrack. This was interesting what you said though. Different hairstyles. So do you like natural hairstyles or do you
I don't,
like
when I say that, I don't want to get too political in that because that may rub
people the wrong way?
But I think it's good to have both. Like I don't
Yeah.
mind unnatural hairstyles because I know just as being a black person myself, sometimes when you do braids, you might have to get some hair added.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then sometimes you may have a weave or whatever. So I'm not really too picky about that. I would, if I had to pick one, I would say natural. But I'm not too picky about that. But when I say that to mean that you don't want to just year out from January to December. You don't want to just have
And the same
just
braids.
ponytail
Yeah.
and then bun, and that's the only thing
Like,
you
don't
pull
be
out.
having no 6
like,
month
yeah,
break.
like you know what I'm saying. So that's what I mean. I
break.
didn't. Not nothing like to where you got to be having blue wigs,
No,
yellow
no.
wigs, but
No.
just some switch it up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Switch up your look. So that's what I meant.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the first date,
I thought I was in trouble.
sorry to throw you off.
Now you good.
Okay, so first date, definitely like, you know, like, hey, I like you, let's go out on a date. Definitely like, you know, approach like simple, like we talked about. But for the actual first date, like you can, like any I'm fine with anything. Like I like for you to plan and just surprise me. Like just
Plan
plan, surprise me. I'm down for anything. Definitely somewhere where we can like talk and have a conversation. So maybe not the movies, but like I'm fine with like a nice dinner and like a walk like on the pier, or like a nice dinner and we go to like Sky Zone or Dave and Buster's or you know, somewhere fun. Like, you know, definitely like somewhere where we can actually like talk and get to know each other.
Yeah.
So like, you know, we can have a picnic at the park. We can go to the amusement park. So anywhere fun where we can talk and
Right.
really get to know each
Yeah.
other.
Right,
Yeah.
somewhere interactive. That's why I would
Right,
say if I'm
yeah.
taking a girl on a first date, I think going out to eat would be cool. I said this in my podcast, but you don't want it to be like a chain restaurant like Cheesecake Factory, Benihana's, or things of that
like
nature.
those.
Well, I mean, yeah, you may,
Yeah.
because I like those places too. But I'm just saying,
You wanna
if I want to,
step out
like, I'm gonna try something different. Maybe something I don't eat every day. Some like maybe like some sushi or some I don't. You know, it don't gotta be that. But I'm just using that as an example. Somewhere I don't go every
Right.
blue. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel. And then like you said, I also want to do.
No, wait. So
What are you
I love Red Lobster. That's
She
my
had
favorite
mayonnaise.
restaurant. So like, you're not gonna take a.
Well, I mean, if I knew the person liked Red Lobster that
Right.
much as you do,
Yeah, I
I
love
would take
it.
them there. But I'm just saying if someone doesn't have that in their mind, then I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? But
So when you say not chain, do you mean like hole in the wall, or do you mean like
no, like
not
chain
hole in
to
the
where,
wall.
because there's a Red Lobster in almost every
Right,
state. That's what
right.
I mean by
Yeah.
chain. Like, but
Oh.
yeah, you know,
Like a nice soul
Go,
food.
yeah, somewhere.
Like Tequila Jack's,
Exactly.
Yard House.
Exactly.
I'm
Somewhere
thinking of
that's
Long Beach restaurant.
Yeah.
Louisiana Charlie's.
Right.
Oh, she knows all
That's
the
what I
places,
mean.
Oh, yeah, I go
That's
out
what I
there.
mean. Somewhere that's not, there's like, you know, hopefully y'all know what I mean, but that's what I mean. But, and then also, I think doing something interactive would be cool. Because I said this in my last podcast, that I like to do something where, something competitive, because that's where my personality shows the best, is doing competitive things.
Yeah.
Because then I can like joke about you if you do something bad, and
Yeah.
then that's just rolling,
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
playful joking, but
Yeah.
it's just, you know what I'm saying, something that rolls the ball. So I think that's everyone said something good, and
Yeah.
if the person want to go to Red Lobster, I'll take them to Red Lobster.
Right.
But I'm
Not
just
the first
saying,
day, but
if it was
I like Red
me,
Lobster.
I would go somewhere, find a cool spot somewhere different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I should have said this when we were talking about your types in men and things of that nature. I want to ask. I'll start with you. What are some red flags, and then what are some green flags in men? Now, obviously, your green flags are going to be opposite of your red flags, but you
Right.
could just give me like 2 or 3 red flags and then 2 or 3 green flags. And then
I'm trying to be long-winded. Okay, so start with the red flags. A guy who is rude. The biggest red flag is a guy who's aggressive. I can't stand a man who is very aggressive. He has no chill button. He's just always on 10 all the time.
Shout out Corey.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't know if
Yeah,
you watch
that's
it, Corey,
him.
but shout out Corey.
That's
Yeah, nah, yeah.
But yeah, a guy who's no manners, who just doesn't know how to behave himself, who doesn't know how to have respect for a woman, a man who is insecure. And of course, everybody has insecurities, but if you're like deeply insecure, there's no way that we can have a healthy relationship because you have too many things about yourself that you still need to heal and work out. And I'll say green flags. I'll say a man who's respectful, a man who just treats you right, who just puts you on the pedestal and just, I don't want to say kiss the ground when you walk on, but like, he wouldn't even dare to think to disrespect you, to hurt you, or do you wrong. And a man who's just, he has pure intentions. And he just wants to, have a good time and be respectful and just do what a man is supposed to do.
Yeah,
and be a provider.
Yeah,
Be a provider.
Yeah, definitely. So before I get to your opinion on that, I just want to say, because it hit my mind, when I said my red flags and the other one, I said red flags is like girls who are on their phone all day not doing nothing productive.
Yeah.
I forget what else I said, but that was one of the main things. And I had some people tell me that they didn't agree with what I said, so I kind of want to clear that up. What I meant was, like, the path I'm going down, like, I try and be as busy as possible. I try and work as much as I can on my craft and what I want to do so I can get to where I want to be. So what I was saying was, I don't want a girl who's I'm doing all the work and that she's not doing anything for herself, because if I'm like deep enough to get in a relationship with a girl, she has to be a boss, just like how I'm trying to be a boss. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I meant by that. I just wanted to clear that up. The person that was watching this, you know who you are, but now to you, what are your red flags and then what are your green flags as some men?
I definitely agree with you, like, on a red flag. Like, don't just be like actually want to better yourself.
Yeah, like you don't have nothing to do,
right,
nothing productive to do.
Yeah, so actually like have dreams and like have a plan to chase that dream.
Yeah.
Like, don't just sit around your mama's house all day. Like, actually, like, do something with your life. Be productive. Like, chase your dream, chase your goal. Like, so that's a red flag. Like, if you're not doing anything and you don't want to better yourself at all, you can see the door. Another red flag, I would say, like, not like, okay, the phone thing again, but like, if like you cannot touch his phone at all, like say you grab his phone to like check the time or like take a selfie and he like snatches it away from you, like that's like, why can't I hold your phone to check the time? So that's like that's like another red flag. And I'll say the third red flag, I would just say like a guy, like, say like you know, like, hey, let's work on this together, like like you actually communicate that you want to do something or like work on something together, and he just like does not listens at all or doesn't take your advice or actually doesn't want to better the relationship and just like blows off what you say, red flag.
Right. And your green flags, you didn't say any green flags.
No, I didn't say any green flags.
Yeah, she got a lot. She got a lot of the red flags. Yeah.
I mean, everybody should.
I mean, everybody,
but
like, she got a lot.
Let's see, a green flag, like, I guess just like, you know, like Cameron said, like, just worship the relationship. If I'm in it, you in it too. So let's actually like put in work and like worship the relationship. You do things I like, I do things you like. So like that would be like a green flag, like saying like, oh, I want to go to Santa Monica Pier one day, and then a couple months later he surprised you to go to the pier. Like that's cute. I like that. So like listen to your girl, like definitely like, you know, do the things that she wants you to do, and like vice versa for girls too. Another green flag, just be a good person. Like, treat yourself right, treat your woman right, treat your
nice.
mama right,
Yeah.
treat the world right, like
Right.
random citizens. Just treat
kind.
everybody right. Treat how you
Yeah.
want to be treated.
Yeah.
My last green flag, I think just be funny and funny
Yeah.
and fun.
Good individual.
Yeah, funny and fun individual. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, like always, I've just been agreeing with you guys. I think those are all good points, good red
Yeah.
and green flags. And it's kind of similar from gender to gender, but I just feel like one thing I do well on this podcast is transitioning in and out of topics well. So you said that you want someone who gives into the relationship as much as you give into the relationship. So my next topic I want to talk about, and then we're going to wrap it up. So speak about this briefly because I don't want the episode to be too long. But how do you guys feel about, let me just provide some backstory. So I've been seeing videos like just on social media. People are like, it was some bird brain women, not saying all women, but like specifically someone who had a bird brain was saying that women are the prize in a relationship. It should be 90-10 women. I mean men. They should be given 90% of their effort, and then the women should only be given 10%. That's the exaggeration,
my.
but it's like
Yeah.
things of that nature, and that like men should just be doing everything for women, and they shouldn't have to do anything. So now that I have two women sit next to me, I personally disagree. I feel like a relationship should be 100-100.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
course.
I
Yeah.
want to hear your opinions on that. Now we can start right here. How do you feel about like who's the prize in a relationship? How much effort should both people be giving
Yeah.
in? Yeah.
I definitely agree with everything you said. Like, I think we're both the prize. I think he has to recognize that I'm the prize, and I should recognize that he is the prize. Because if it's not that, then that creates like imbalance, and that creates like people not putting in their part in the relationship, or someone thinking that they're better
Right.
or they're more than the other person. And I think definitely I do not believe in 50-50 relationships. I believe in 100-100. You're putting in as much effort as I am putting in, and it shouldn't be less than that. Yeah, 100.
Definitely,
We're both putting in ourselves. I'm giving myself to you, and you're giving yourself to me in return.
Exactly, and that.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you if you're about to continue, but that don't even make sense. Like, why would I be getting in a relationship with a girl just so I could take care of her, pay all her bills, take her on dates, buy her bags, and all those things of that nature? But it's not being reciprocated, you know. So I think.
So you want her to buy you bags too?
What? Not bags, but I'm just saying if I buy you a gift, I'm not counting favors, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying you should have.
Like, it would be nice.
Yeah, like it would be
Yeah.
nice
Yeah.
if you maybe pay for a date, or if you know what I'm saying, things of that nature. So I agree with what
Yeah.
you say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah.
She meant, yeah.
Yeah.
Cameron said,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Yep.
I'm not saying like I'm looking for the same energy, because I feel like that you shouldn't be looking for the same energy, but it should be. You know what I'm saying? You should want
She
to.
didn't like to pay for the date part.
No, I have a question. So, what do you think about a man who, like, doesn't let a woman pay for anything?
I kind of would consider myself that type person, because if anyone that knows me personally, and you
Yeah.
know my mom,
Yeah.
she taught me to be very chivalrous.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of times chivalry is dead, but in my case it's
Yeah.
not, because like I still open doors. I still, if I'm pulling up to your house, I'll walk you to the door. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Things
Yeah.
like that nature. And I personally like paying for dates.
Yeah.
But I just feel like if we go on 20 dates and you don't at least reach for your wallet 5 of those times,
Yeah.
like that
Yeah.
shouldn't, you know what I'm
Like,
saying? That's how I feel.
I feel like guys are obsessed with the reach. Like, you want me to reach.
Yeah, because
for it.
it's
You want me
just
to get in my
because it's
bag,
like
act
at this
I'm about
point,
to
if you're
pay
not
for it.
reaching, I mean, if it gets to a point where you know I'm paying for you every
Yeah.
time, then yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're not reaching, at least
Yeah.
showing that you can
Yeah.
pay, it kind of seems like you're just feeding off of me. You know
Right.
what I'm
Right, but what
saying?
if she don't have no money?
If she, I mean, I'm not even gonna say if she don't have no money, I can't. Because like if. You know what I'm saying? I'm not
Yeah.
trying to save nobody. I'm
No,
trying
right.
to build, you know what I'm
Right,
saying? But-
build up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
No, yeah.
But that's how I feel. I don't want to sound like I'm not chivalrous, because I am. But
Yeah, we know.
just, it would be nice to have
Yeah.
the same energy reciprocated. But yeah, continue back to.
'Cause I was done, but back to what you were saying, like, I don't know how I feel about a man literally sitting there and just letting me pay for him. I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean, you don't gotta pay for the whole date, but like let's say we go to get some food and then we go bowling. At least
Yeah.
pay for the bowling shoes, or
But I
if I'm
think-
paying for gas for the date.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll-
You can pay
I'll
for the
pay
shoes.
$15.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you can get a tip to
Yeah.
the way. That's
Yeah.
what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's what we do. Like, when we first started dating in high school, like we were in high school, like I didn't expect him to pay for every single. He did for the most part pay for every single thing in high school, but like now, like I still don't expect him to pay for everything. Like we
Right.
go back and forth. Like, you know, last weekend you paid, so this week I'm a pay.
As you should.
Or like sometimes like I'll pay the tip and he'll pay the full bill. So we definitely like just go back and forth with that. But I think, you know, you should be putting in 100 and 100 to your relationship. Like I don't expect him to put in 80, I put in 20. Even though younger me, like, you know, him giving me everything and pampering
Right.
me, but now I'm realizing, like, you know, guys like stuff too.
Yeah,
so I'm
yeah.
gonna, you know,
It's his birthday, yeah.
do a little surprise gift
If
here
just
and there.
birthday, that's the only time he can get a gift one time.
No Christmas.
No. I believe in surprises. I love surprises. I will surprise him with something. If he told me I want these shoes, I'll get them for him, even
Thank
if it's
you.
not his birthday. But I think, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. So as far as paying, I think if he makes way more money than me, why am I pulling out my wallet? You know. But if we're about the same, then yeah, I'll pay for stuff. But if I'm making $20,000 a year and you're making $200,000 a year,
Oh well, if it's that big a difference.
Yeah, I
Then,
mean,
well,
I'm not-
I feel like then you have to, like, if you're living together, then you have to compromise. Like,
Yeah.
I'll pay the mortgage and you pay the light bill. Like,
if you make $200,000,
yeah, like he'll pay the mortgage and you'll pay like
If you make
the,
it
But if you're not paying
Yeah.
for nothing, then what are you, his kid
Yeah.
at that point?
no, like you definitely
I
have
pay
to
for
like.
all my bills, like my Wi-Fi, my Netflix,
But
my
y'all,
Hulu.
if y'all live together,
Yeah,
y'all
if
gonna
you
share
under the same
Wi-Fi.
roof.
It's my Netflix, my.
But
Hulu.
if we under the same roof, it's our
We're
light
married,
bill.
we're married.
It's our
We're
yeah.
married.
We're in a relationship.
Yeah, and if
How
he
much is the light bill?
and he
I
makes
don't know
200,000.
how much the light bills are. I've
and
never
he
lived by
makes-
myself.
I don't know, like 180. I don't know.
Oh, that's
month?
A lot.
I don't live by myself. So.
I was just a guess. I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, it shouldn't. I think that's kind of.
If he's make 200,000,
Yeah, like I feel like he should.
He's
y'all
making
should
six
compromise.
figures.
Like, yeah, you
Well, I
can't
mean-
afford to pay 50-50.
Yeah.
Maybe he paid a mortgage and you do Wi-Fi and light bill, or he
Yeah.
pay mortgage,
Yeah.
rent, and
yeah, he's not gonna pay for everything because
Yeah.
I don't want to feel like I'm your kid. I don't want you to feel like,
you just
I'm-
a house squatter.
yeah, that I'm just feeding off of you and living off you.
Yeah.
Never want a man to think that, because if a man starts thinking that, then he thinks he can control you.
Exactly.
He
And you,
what
yeah,
to
you
do.
shouldn't want that for yourself. Yeah.
Never,
No.
never. But I know, I think it's something about a man who just, no, I got it.
Mhm.
I'll pay for it.
Yeah,
And you don't do that every single time. But if you did that most of the time,
Mhm.
yeah,
you got that I think that's a good thing.
Right.
yeah.
Right.
But that's if he makes 6 figures. If he doesn't, then
Mhm.
okay.
But I was just trying to say that I think balance is good, because if I'm paying for everything, if I'm paying for all the dates, I'm the only one getting gifts. I'm paying for random flowers. I'm paying light bill, mortgage, car note, your
Yeah.
car note, my car note.
Oh no,
you
no,
know
no.
what I'm saying?
I'll pay my own car.
But
note.
like,
Yeah.
but still, if
yeah.
you're living
Yeah.
under my roof, your groceries is my groceries.
We're living under your roof.
Like I'm just
Well,
saying, I'm
who-
saying,
who the
I'm
least-
saying
oh,
hypothetical.
oh, okay.
If we're living
Yeah.
together,
Yeah.
your groceries are the same as my groceries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your light bill is the same as
Yeah.
my light
Yeah.
bill.
Right.
I feel like you would seem like you're my kid if I'm
Yeah.
just, even if
Yeah.
I am making everything, because then at that point, like why are you just depending on me? If we
Right.
break up, then how you gonna live? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just how I
That's why
feel.
you
I
have your own
think
separate bank account.
exactly. I think it
Yeah.
should just be a balance.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
want to get too political on that, but
Yeah.
I just think it should be a balance, definitely. But because now we're kind of nearing. So yeah, so we're just gonna start wrapping up. But I just want to ask you guys: do you guys have any final thoughts on anything we touched about? Because I just told them I want to get them back on here soon.
Yes.
I'll be going to college soon, but when I come back, get you guys back on. But do you guys have any last thoughts to conclude the discussion?
Okay, again, try not to be long-winded. I think, like you said, like, is this like the motivational?
No, just last thoughts about the relationship.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'll let you know when we get into that.
I think really, whether you're single or whether you're in a relationship, do what's best for you. Do what you feel God is telling you to do.
Yeah.
And if you are in your single season right now, that's okay. Like I said in my video, there's a beauty to being single, and you don't always need to be in a relationship, and you don't need fulfillment from a relationship.
Right.
I think it's important to find fulfillment and happiness within yourself in your single season before you get into a relationship, especially a serious relationship. And then once you do get into that relationship, when you feel like you're ready, when God feels like you're ready, then I feel like you'll be better equipped and better prepared to have a flourishing, happy, healthy relationship that you can have for the rest of your life, if that's what you want. So I think don't pay attention to social media. Don't pay attention to what everybody else is doing, even sometimes your friends, because sometimes what works for them may not work for you. So just focus
Sorry.
on you and just do what makes you happy.
Right.
Have fun, whether that's by yourself or with another person, with your friend, with your man, whoever. And just try to find your peace. That's what I would say.
Definitely.
Yeah.
What about you? What's your
Um,
closing statement?
I definitely think, because like we've thought about this. Like, actually sit down and think about, what do I want in a guy? What do I want in a girl? Actually, like, sit down, think about it, and don't let anyone. Like, Cameron has a list. We make fun of her list or whatever, but like, we don't tell her to change it. Like, that's her list. That's her list.
what she
Like,
wants.
that's what she wants. So make your list. Don't let no one convince you to change your list, or your list is stupid, or your list is dumb. Make your list. Stick to it. That's what you want. That's what you want.
Yeah.
So, and definitely, like, don't get in a relationship just because everyone else in a relationship, or you feel lonely, or you feel like I need a companion in my life. Do you first. Love yourself first, work on yourself first, and then when you have that energy and you're ready to invest yourself in a relationship, then go ahead and start dating. But definitely, like, find your inner peace and your inner love in yourself first, and then put yourself out there.
Definitely. So my closing statement piggybacks off what you just said. I think there's a time and a place for a relationship, but I just think if you're not in a relationship, your main goal should just be worrying about yourself. You can't worry about what he's doing, what she's doing. You got to worry about yourself. And because that's kind of the point of my life where I'm at. I have a lot of goals that I want for myself at a certain time period. Yeah. And I'm focused on achieving those goals. And if I'm just worrying about, I need a girlfriend, blah, 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 that's not going to help me. So I think just focus on yourself. Even if you're in a relationship like you guys have collectively worked on yourselves. But I think just the moral of the story is to work on yourself no matter what you're doing. So I think that was a great discussion about relationships. Like I said, y'all got to come back on. Yeah, like I was telling you guys at the start, I plan on doing this for a long time. So I need as many guests as I can get. So you guys are welcome back anytime. Probably when I come back from school, but exactly. So and shout out Janelle. excuse me. Shout out Janelle too. I don't think she could have made it today, but I got to get you on it too if you're watching this. And this is the point in the podcast where we say something inspiring. So I can start off. Let me think a little bit though, because I've done this so many times. Something inspiring to say. I got it. So this is actually something that just happened to me. By the time this drops, I would have dropped a vlog of me going to a concert, and I got to meet the artist but that stemmed from a network that I made at another concert with someone who's kind of in the field that I'm in. So my point that I'm making is to network, because you never know where you can go if you just say hi to people, be nice to people. And you know what I'm saying? You never know where a conversation could take you. So I would just say network, make good friends, quality friends that you can count on. So what about you guys? You can start off since you're still thinking.
I definitely think, like, find your circle of people. Like, I feel like, now I'm in I'm in my time of life where I want to surround myself with like-minded people and people who I have fun with. And so, like, in my friendship, with Cameron and Janelle, like, we're old enough to the point where we can just talk and like, hey girl, like, I feel like you not doing this or not doing that. And that was an eye-opener to me. So I definitely working on building and strengthening my friendship. So I feel like just find the group of people, especially now in your 20s, because just find the group of people to have fun with and go out with and try new things with. So find that group of people who love you and who you love also, and just have fun.
Amen. Amen. Definitely. What about you?
Okay, so this is probably gonna sound cliche, but I think really once you find that thing in your life that you want to strive towards and you want it so badly and it's a really big goal for you, I would say don't give up on it and persevere and work your hardest to try to achieve it. Because I know for myself, like, 2 years ago, I started my weight loss journey, and I wanted that for 7 years. Right. And I feel like I could never have it because I wanted it for so long. But I got to a point where I made up my mind, and I actually did it, and it worked out. And that's how I got to a point where I lost 100 pounds. And I was only able to do that because
Congratulations.
Clap on that.
I was only able to do that because I was extremely determined and dedicated and very, very focused. Right. So literally anything you want. It doesn't have to be just losing weight. It could be a job. It could be a relationship. It could be just anything that is going to add to your peace. Just know that you can have it if you work hard enough for it and if you believe in yourself enough that you can have it. And don't let anybody stop you. Don't listen to what naysayers or haters have to say. And also, I will say sometimes in life it's okay to pivot from your dream, because a lot of people have a dream and they think that's what they want, but sometimes God is telling you it's not this, it's something else, and that something else is way better than the thing you wanted previously. So I think it's good to just be still sometimes, listen to your gut, listen to your heart, and listen to God. So, and He'll direct you on which path you're supposed to be on that will lead you to the happiest version of yourself.
Definitely. I think your weight loss journey is super inspiring too, because that's you can do anything you want, no matter how tall the obstacle may seem. You can do anything you want. So I think hopefully you guys apply what we all said. I think that was great advice from all of us. So I just want, now that we're at the concluding part of the podcast, I just want to say thank you from me, from the bottom of my heart, from tuning in. Y'all have been making my dreams come true, and y'all don't know how much work I put behind the scenes trying to make this as cool as possible, and I'm still working day to day. So I just want to say thank you to everyone. Thank you guys for being childhood friends. Yes, and I enjoy every time we're all together. Corey, Kendall, Jordan, and the two of you guys. I enjoy our time together, and I hope we can spend more time together in the future now that COVID's over and stuff. But so any last words you guys want to say before?
Oh, she has her hand raised.
The hand raise has been killing me in the podcast, because I'm thinking I'm in trouble. But yes.
I want to say thank you to you for allowing us to be on here, because I did volunteer. I volunteered Cameron to be on here too, because I saw the video you did with Jayden and Osan.
Yes.
And I was like, wow, this is such a great discussion. I really love the video. I actually watched it again today.
Thank you.
I
I
really
appreciate that. Run my views up. Thank you.
And I was like, it would be so amazing to have like a woman's perspective to the conversation, and we achieved that today.
Right.
And it was such a
wholesome
productive
conversation.
Yes.
It was.
Well, well,
Yeah.
Oh, God.
yeah. It was amazing. I really enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
This was so fun for me, and I would love to do this again.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I also have to make an appearance on your YouTube as well. I don't want to undermine that too. So after you finish watching this video, go watch all of her videos too, because she's been on her grind just like me. So I just want to say thank you guys too. Thank you guys for making the time out of your schedules. And yes, do you have any last words you want to say before we get out of here?
Just watch and subscribe to them too.
Yes.
I don't got nothing going on. But subscribe to them.
Look at pictures of her and her man.
Yeah.
On her. I mean, the video.
Couple goals.
It's just one video.
There are a couple goals right there, but
quality.
It's just one
quality.
video.
So I'm be putting your Instagrams on this video so they can see where to